अम्बेडकर जैसे सब्जेक्ट आपने उठाया, क्या इंस्पायर किया आपको?
देखिए, अम्बेडकर साहब का जीवन तो मेरे ख्याल में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है हमें समझने के लिए, क्योंकि जो उनका जो अनुभव था, एक 14वां बच्चा और आखिरी बेटा इस आर्मी सूबेदार के परिवार में, उसका क्या भविष्य होता नॉर्मली, और कितनी कठिनाई से उसने पढ़ाई की। उनको एक ज़मीन पे बैठ के पढ़ाई करना पड़ा, मतलब डेस्क पे नहीं बैठने दिए, पानी पीने के लिए वो टैप पे छू नहीं सकते थे। इतने सारे कठिनाइयाँ, इतने सारे चुनौती महसूस करके अम्बेडकर साहब ने कहाँ तक पहुंचा कि हमारे भारतीय राजनीति में इतने बड़े इंटेलेक्चुअली क्वालिफाइड राजनेता कभी नहीं हुआ है। कितने सारे दुनिया की सबसे प्रसिद्ध यूनिवर्सिटी से पढ़ाई करके कितने महत्वपूर्ण किताबें लिखे हैं, कितने विषय पे सोच किए हैं, कितने सारे योगदान के हमारे देश के आलोचनात्मक विश्लेषण उनका जो है, बिल्कुल मेरे ख्याल में उससे ज्यादा कोई महत्वपूर्ण व्यक्ति नहीं है। और हमारे भारत में जो प्रतिमा भी है, महात्मा गांधी के बाद या महात्मा गांधी के अलावा और कोई नहीं जिसके हर गांव में उनका प्रतिमा देख सकेंगे, तो अम्बेडकर साहब का है। फिर आपको पता है कि जब 2012 में आपके 2 टेलीविजन चैनलों ने एक सर्वे किया, ग्रेटेस्ट इंडियन किसका चुना गया? ना गांधी जी, ना नेहरू जी, ना पटेल जी, लेकिन अम्बेडकर साहब ने जीत के आए। तो ये सब हमें जानना चाहिए कि कितना महान व्यक्ति था, और इस व्यक्ति के बारे में संक्षेप में पढ़ना मुश्किल है, क्योंकि बहुत सारे मोटे किताबें हैं उनके बारे में, लेकिन छोटे संक्षेप में उनके सारे मतलब जीवन के घटनाएं पूरा जिक्र किया है, और उसके साथ भी उनका जो सोच है, उनके जो आइडियोलॉजी, उनके जो विश्व दृष्टि है, ये सब लिख के मैंने दिखा सका इस किताब में। तो इसलिए मैं कहूँगा कि अगर आपको कम समय है पढ़ने के लिए, तो एक छोटा सा किताब चाहिए तो मेरे अम्बेडकर ही पढ़ लीजिए।
Switching to also tweeted about this statues which were commemorated after the victory in 1971. They were destroyed. Interim government right now is in place. Mohammed Yunus is trying to talk to the minorities. We have seen blatant attacks on minority, especially Hindus. Your thoughts on that?
Look, I think it's extremely tragic that what was hailed as a democratic popular revolution in Bangladesh has also degenerated into not only anarchy but violence, and particularly violence targeting the minorities and the Hindu minority in particular. I thought that was very, very tragic. I think I've been hearing reports of dozens of people killed. A number of Awami League MPs have been killed. This kind of situation is not healthy for any society or any polity. I know that Mohammed Yunus, whom I have known personally over the years, would be above this kind of thing, and I'm not surprised that he has called for an end to the violence, and he has appealed to the public to support the minorities. I think his statement was, "You've saved the country, now why can't you save the minorities?" And he has met with some of the minority leaders. I hope that he will continue to exhort the authorities to restore law and order. I gather that the police were on strike. They have come back from their strike now, that the army will then feel safer to return to barracks. The army is always, there's always a risk of using bullets to settle, and that's never a good idea in a situation like this. So the police might be able to use more conventional methods and restore law and order. But that's extremely important. We in India must stand with the people of Bangladesh, but it's difficult for us to be indifferent when every symbol of India's friendship to Bangladesh is being attacked. The statue of the surrender of the Pakistani forces to Indian soldiers has been smashed to bits. We've had the Indian Cultural Center completely destroyed, a number of institutions vandalized, including the ISKCON temple. All of these things are very negative signs for people in India, and of course people are going to be hurt and react badly. I don't think it's in Bangladesh's interest either to come across in this way. I think they should be saying that this is about the restoration of their democracy and their rights, and we should respect that. But in the process, you turn against the minorities, and in particular one minority, inevitably that will be noticed and resented in our country and elsewhere.
Talking about the West Bengal Medical College, she was working there. Now the investigation of this matter has been shifted to CBI. Your thoughts on that? Because of course, the gruesomeness of this whole incident and the decision.
Well, the gruesomeness of the incident is absolutely shocking. None of us can in any way not share the outrage that people feel about the horror that a young woman, 31 years old, anxious to serve society, was subjected to. There's something sick about this, and certainly the criminal must be apprehended. I had read that the Chief Minister had given the police 1 week to solve the crime, and now it turns out the CBI has been roped in. If they have greater expertise and experience of all this, let them make their contribution. But it is essential that the wrongdoer be found, punished, and the punishment be such that no one is at all tempted to do anything similar again. It's a horrendous crime, and my heart goes out to her parents, her family, her loved ones. What a terrible thing to know that your bright young daughter, a doctor out to serve people, is murdered in this horrendous way.
This brings me to the last report.
Yeah.
You've been very vocal about it as well. There is a demand of the JPC. Do you subscribe to the idea as well?
See, the Congress party has made a demand. Obviously, as a Congress MP, I don't have any other view. I think the view is that we do need, whenever there is a major accusation of this nature being made, it is always in the interests of our country to clear the air. And therefore, since you cannot expect, shall we say, those who have been accused to conduct the investigation into themselves, it is better that a neutral parliamentary body should look into the matter. By the way, this is not unusual. In many Western democracies, the regulatory bodies, the equivalent of the SEBI in foreign countries, usually are subject to parliamentary scrutiny and are subject to the oversight of a parliamentary committee. India that is not the case, so it's not a bad idea to let the MPs come in and help cast light on this matter.